What's going on, guys? Welcome to a different type of Box and One video today. As you can see, the tier list maker is already on the screen again. I'm Joachim. I'm with roischand. I think we know what's going to happen right now. We have every finals MVP from 2010 to 2025. I'm looking at their stats on my phone. Obviously, y'all can't see that on the screen, but we decided to make a tier list. So, Royce, what are each of these tiers and what do they mean?
All right, so starting from the bottom, we got green aura with flies. I think you guys can imagine that. That's terrible aura, no aura at all. Then for the second to last tier, we got Timu aura. So, it's kind of fake, it's kind of real. You just got to maybe put a diamond tester next to it to figure out if it's real or not. Then we got Sean Livingston aura. This was kind of like a play on words, like, Sean Livingston, he's got that crazy mid-range. So we got this as like the mid-tier aura. Then we got MVP aura, so close to being one of the best. It was close to being top of the aura, I guess you could say. And then we got Supermax aura, so, an NBA contract, there's literally nothing bigger than getting a Supermax contract, so there's nothing bigger than having Supermax aura.
That is facts. That is facts. We're going to go in order. So I think the way we should do this is we put like each of the players in tiers and then like we organize like the order of the tiers.
Yep. All right.
So starting with 2010, we got Kobe Bryant, Finals MVP, beat the Boston Celtics in 7 games, 28.6 points per game, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals per game, 0.7 blocks.
I'm going straight off the bat. I'm putting this as Supermax aura.
Supermax for Kobe. Okay.
To finish the back-to-back, get one more than Shaq, beat the Celtics who, got his number 2 years ago. I think there's nothing better than that Finals MVP.
Nothing better than doing that.
Yeah.
How many rings you got? I got, get that ring for me, 5. Moving on to 2011. And if I'm looking at weights, because I'm looking at my phone just for the record, we got Dirk Nowitzki beating the Miami Heat in 6 games, 26 points, 9.7 rebounds, 2 assists, no blocks, about half a steal per game, 50% from 3. That's what stood out to me looking at these shooting percentages. Where are we putting Dirk?
I think we can both agree this is also Supermax aura.
This is definitely, yeah, this is obviously Supermax.
No one expected him to, let alone win Finals MVP, to win that ring against arguably the biggest 3 in NBA history.
Yeah, and we also got to take into account, what was his playoff journey? Spurs sweeping the back-to-back Lakers. And then OKC. Absolutely horrific road to the ring, and he got it in blood.
And
that is what Dirk Nowitzki did.
His co-stars, JJ Barea, looking like all-stars out there.
That is true. Cherry, Barea, Miriam, Kidd, those guys were looking like, whoa, we can role play around a power forward. That does not happen that much in the NBA anymore. I feel like a lot of these guys are going to have Supermax aura. Moving on to 2012, LeBron James finally getting his first ring. 28.6 points per game, 10.2 rebounds, 7.4 assists, a steal and a half a game, about half a block per game. Where are we putting 2012, Bron?
I'm going to probably put this at MVP aura.
Okay.
If you bring in the context of what the Kobe rings were and what yes, it was Bron's first ring, but also, going up against that Thunder team, I don't think anyone walked into that series thinking that LeBron James wasn't going to win Finals MVP.
Yeah, and which one is 2018, 2013, 12 Bron, excuse me. It's this one, right?
The white hot one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
White hot 2012.
If he took his hat off, I could probably tell by the hairline, but right now I can't.
I think that's 2012. I want to say that's 2012. Okay, 2012. And I think also with Bron, as we'll see when we get to 2016, like you can't give them all Supermax, even though there's one very clear Supermax Bron. Speaking of Bron, though, 2013, again, Finals MVP, 25.3, 11 rebounds per game, 7 assists per game, about a steal per game. Only 20% from 3 as well, but he still was hooping. Where are we putting this, Bron?
This was against the Spurs, right?
Yes. So 16 in the fourth, the Ray Allen 3, but he still went berserk when they needed him.
Yeah, I'd probably put that at MVP aura as well. But higher than 2012. Because building off that regular season, LeBron James, 50, 40, 75 in the regular season. And to build on that, definitely MVP aura right there.
Yeah. Now, this is an interesting one. 2014 Kawhi Leonard. 17.8 points per game, 6.4 rebounds, 2 assists per game. Where are we putting this one?
You know,
I know where I'm putting it. I'm gonna let you go first.
I'll let you take the lead on this one then.
It's really hard to not give him MVP or given the context of the defensive masterclass he put on. This is one of those finals MVPs that doesn't show up in the box score.
Well, it
But
shows
with
up
that
when you
being
show
said-
that clip of him checking in.
LeBron James is shooting a free throw.
That face?
He was not happy about that, Wall. He was not enthusiastic. Now, if I was coming,
It does show
I
up
would
there.
agree. I definitely think to win, which also is part of the next MVP that we'll get into, but to win a Finals MVP off just defense alone, I think that's next to unheard of. Like, we've only seen it maybe a few times in NBA history,
Yeah.
if like more than twice. So I would probably just put it under LeBron's,
Yeah, I'll put it at MVP
especially
for now.
as a third year. Well, yeah, he was third year player, so like still on a rookie
Yeah.
contract to win Finals MVP. That's definitely aura.
Andre Iguodala. Actually, let me take the lead on this one.
Yeah, you could. This is your guy.
This would not have been as bad if Game 5 Stephen Curry this did not happen. This would not have, let me look in the camera. This would not have been as bad if I didn't see Steph Curry go for 37 in Game 5. If I didn't see him go for 30-plus multiple times in this finals. If I didn't see Stephen Curry will the Golden State Warriors pass the Memphis Grizzlies the way he did. If I didn't see Stephen Curry do what he did with Klay Thompson against the Houston Rockets. On both sides of the ball, mind you, because Steph and Klay were the primary guys on James Harden. Andre Iguodala held LeBron to 35-9-9. That's what he held LeBron to, 35-9-9. Yes, he went 42% of the field. Who was LeBron's second option? Matthew Dellavedova, who was in the hospital after checking Steph because he was running around so much. He wasn't running around in a lobby with 10. He was running around trying to stop 30. Sean Livingston. I want to put him in team, but I can't respect my franchise GOAT. He gave Andrew Wiggins a spark, but that's Sean
We
Livingston.
know that's
through and
really
through.
Team Aura then.
You're right. We know what it is. Yeah, it's very fake, Iggy.
Bro,
I
even-
diamond tested the Finals MVP.
Even Steve Kerr was shocked. They were like, "Who got Finals MVP? Andre got Finals MVP."
Only if Steph Curry had that Nike contract back then. Nico Harrison.
Thank you, Steve.
We don't even gotta say much of this one. Royce, you talk about 2016. Ron, it's your team.
3 words. Wait, actually, 4 words. No, actually, 7 words. First, blocked by James. Second of all, Cleveland. This is for you. LeBron James to have that kind of series in that kind of atmosphere. Oracle Arena, you could speak on that. Oracle Arena, aka the Devil's Playground. For him to put up a wait, what was his average? It was close, somewhat, if close
It was
to a triple double.
29.7, 11 rebounds, 9 assists, 1 block, 1 steal per game. Yeah, there's nothing more I can say.
Yeah, like we've talked about it for 10 years now. The greatest ring, the greatest Finals MVP ever.
I think just adding on to what you said, there are 9 layers of, from an opposing team's perspective, I don't know if you've read Dante's Inferno, but there are 9 layers to hell in that story. The 10th one they didn't talk about was Oracle Arena. That's the 10th one they didn't talk about. Imagine a team goes 2-18-43 in an arena for the 5 years they were in there. And I think at one point the Warriors were like 104-9 in that arena. And the only guys who have taken games off consecutively in a series are literally the James Harden, LeBron James, and Kawhi Leonard. I'm pretty sure that's it.
Players, not teams. Players. That's how wicked it was getting down there.
It was so bad.
Shout out Chase
And I'm
Arena. Every day I wake up grateful that Oracle Arena is not a thing anymore.
Braun was so funny too. He's like, yeah, this playoff series was light. I thought the fans would be more. He said that after the 2023 series. Don't gentrify your fan base, guys. Going on to 2017 KD, 35 points per game. The highest score on this list by far so far. Nobody else has cracked 30. 35 points per game, 8.2 rebounds, 5.4 assists. Also about a block and a half and a steal per game. KD, the coronation, getting the ring against the King where he failed in 2012. Not with Russ and Harden, but with Steph, Klay, and Dre. A lot of people had many different feelings about this move. I think we all knew KD was going to get it. So based on the context of the ring, people might not respect it as much. But we gotta be honest, he went for 35, 8-5, and a block and a steal. We gotta do it.
Supermax?
I'm sorry, I think we gotta do it.
I don't think he can be in the same combo as Dirk.
Just off numbers.
I think from a basketball perspective, yes, but with the context of the ring, which we've been considering for the rest of them, there was no one who thought the Warriors weren't winning a ring, and no one after probably like 5 minutes of game one who was winning Finals MVP. So I would say that's like light MVP aura.
We haven't ranked them yet. We haven't actually put them in order yet. Yeah, I could be facetious here and say since like Steph was doubled 40 times in this series or something like that, and Ty Lue's on record saying we'll leave KD open, we're gonna double Steph. I could be like, oh yeah, well actually that was Steph's gravity that got Durant those. No, it wasn't. 35. Nobody was. Rebound Iguodala back out to Durant. His three good. Yeah. And in 2018, it's like, which do you prefer?
Well, this was clearly better team, but a worse. Well, I wouldn't say it's a worse performance, but it's just like they didn't need him to take over as much as he did in 2017.
I'm gonna be real with you, and Katie, if you see this, just know I love you. Actually, like my mom wished your mom happy birthday once like years ago on Instagram, and you liked that comment. So technically, like I'm a person away from Kevin Durant. So if you ever do see this video, just let me know when we having a Rico Hines runs. BoxInOne will be there. You my dog, bro. I gotta put you right here, and I'll tell you why. It was LeBron James. Royce, can you walk us through that 2018 Cavs roster real quick? Take away Bron. Who did they have?
Other than LeBron James, we had Tristan Thompson,
baller.
Evan Love, averaging like 13 points by the game. All-star that year, but still.
Baller.
A certain point guard we will not mention. J.R. Smith. Jordan Clarkson, Lance Jr., Jetty Osman, rookie, by the way, Rodney Hood, Kyle Korver, who forgot how to shoot a ball that you've been doing for 15 years beforehand. I think that's everyone.
The thing about Rodney Hood that's so funny, the two things I remember about him is like that random double OT game Portland had with Utah in the playoffs, and he like went for 30-something. And he taught Haley Williams from Paramore how to crip walk.
Rodney Hood
Yeah, Rodney Hood taught Haley Williams from Paramore how to crip walk. She said this shit, and she was so casual. She's like, "Oh yeah, like I think he's in the NBA now or something." And it was like, and then I think Noir. I was like, "What's her name?" She's like, "Yeah, like Rodney Hood." I was like, "I know that." So yeah, Rodney Hood taught Haley Williams how to crip walk. That is what I remember him for, and also that Utah Portland game. The point guard Royce was mentioning, it rhymes with Borge Mill. I think you can like figure out.
Can't make a free throw when my team needs it.
I don't know if that rhymes, but
it rhymes with I got away with it while I made J.R. Smith the scapegoat.
Wait, Bron, did you know the game was tied?
How am I supposed to know what's going through his head? Ask him.
Did you know if he knew the score? Thank you.
Oh man. Yeah, but we gotta put you in the Sean Livingston tier, KD. I love you. 2019 Kawhi Leonard, 28.5 points per game, 9.8 rebounds, 4.2 assists, about a block and a steal and a half a game. Where are we putting 2019 Kawhi?
If we're taking into context what this Finals MVP meant for the whole entire country of Canada, it's gotta be
okay, here we go.
Supermax aura.
Here we go.
For a guy to come in and bring a championship to not even basketball, like the last time a Canadian team has won a ring in any sport is like you gotta go back at least before any of us were close to being born. So if you factor in that the fact that not only yes KD was injured, yes Clay was injured, but to end that devil spell of the Warriors winning.
Danny Green. He didn't end it though.
Well, he ended the KD part of it, which I was happy about.
He put it down. You don't rebuild, you reload. Stay with me. I'm gonna let you.
That inadvertently led to another Canadian getting a ring in Andrew Wiggins, but that's another topic. But yeah, and like the stuff that Kawhi was doing on both ends of the floor of that series, and the whole entire playoff run actually. So I would say if you want to put an MVP aura, I'd be fine with that. But Supermax aura for sure. If you if you put the context into that too. And also to win a finals MVP with a second franchise. That so far LeBron's the only one to do this on this list.
You know, the reason I was looking up, I thought about it. Kawhi also gave Shea a ring when you think about it, because him coming to LA and Shea going to the Thunder, he got another Canadian a ring.
Which is good for the country, but for the sport of basketball, we mentioned
we'll get to Shea. We'll get to Shea. 2020 Bron, I'm not going to hold you. 29, 11, 8.5, 50 from 3, 8.5 assists. I don't know, man. Like, the Lakers were clearly the best team in the league, so I don't feel like, Caruso, Kuzma, Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, Anthony Davis, KCP, Rajon Rondo, Quinn Cook. That team was
Jared
so
Dudley,
well.
J.R. Smith.
That team was so well put together.
It's somewhere between MVP aura. I can't say it's mid aura, because it's LeBron James. Like, anything LeBron James does can't be mid. And also, the takeover that he had to turn into a faux point guard that whole season and do it in the finals too. I think we got to put MVP aura.
But I think the only reason KD is staying here is just because of who he played against, not his performance.
Yeah.
2021 Jan.
I'll let you take this one, because we have two entirely different opinions on that Bucks championship.
I thought we had the same one.
I thought you were hate watching that.
I'm hate watching it because no Kyrie, no James Harden.
I respected that ring. I respected it.
No Trae Young. Joe Harris forgot how to play basketball. You were down 2-0 and lost by 39. KD had to will it out of him to take it to 7 games. All
right. Then we get to the finals. 51.
Dario Saric. Look, y'all not gonna see the vision, but Dario Saric getting injured, it was another body they could have thrown on Giannis. That's why DeAndre Ayton was getting fried. But that aside, 35 points per game, 13.2 rebounds, 5 assists, stealing and blocking.
In the finals.
Yeah, 50 or 51, 17 to 19 from the free throw line. We already know what time it is.
And then are we also factoring the context, what was it, 50 years? 50 years?
Yeah,
exactly
50.
50 years, 50.
I gotta... Playing on a hyperextended knee, too, that still has damage. I gotta give credit where credit's due. Speaking of giving credit where it's due, Royce, since you let me take Giannis, who I've openly admitted I hate watching, I'm gonna let you take 2022 Steph. 31-6-5.
If we know anything about this podcast, as a Cavs fan, I can never be a fan of Steph Curry. I can never support Steph Curry. But this is clearly Supermax aura. A lot of people thought he was done. Not even just from winning rings, from the Warriors being competitive at all. So this is definitely Supermax aura. The stuff that he was doing during that series and during that playoff run, enjoy y'all last win. If you know, you know. It really was. With a bad ankle and a team that wasn't even projected to make it this far.
16% chance to win the final. 16% or 14% from ESPN to win the finals. Bad ankle. Going against a highly touted Boston Celtics defense. Make Depoy Marcus Smart look like a child out there.
Definitely real award winner, by the way.
They started doing drop coverage, then they had 21 in the first, then they stopped doing drop coverage. Steph's adjustment was pull it from 35 instead of 30. Just rewatched that game 4 tape. 14-23. I think he had a 40 bomb on 50-49. He missed a free throw. He was 8-9 from the free throw line. So it's 52, 50, and 88. But that's basically 50, 40, 90. Let's be honest. Are we going to count 88.9% or just round it up to 90? Let's be real. That's super max. And again, just a reminder, the tiers are not in order yet, so that's going to be really interesting. We got 2023 Nikola Jokic. I'm not going to hold you. This is Sean Livingston. 30, 14, 7, blocking a steal. You went against Jimmy with one ankle and Tyler Hero. I'm not going to lie. I can't put him above.
Did Hero even play that series?
He played in 2 games. Bro, he was going against Caleb Martin and Gabe Vincent when they lost they lost their Celtics powers, bro.
Yeah, I'll probably agree with that then. But it's he still averaged a triple-double though.
Yeah, but we had Bruce Brown. I think Jokic and Murray both had triple-doubles in a game. That's the only time that's ever happened in the finals.
Okay, then maybe it might be MVP then.
It's gonna be bottom, but I don't feel like we can just put if we knock KD this low because of the competition.
But it's like
I feel like
the 2018 Cavs are a different beast than what, like a beast of. I mean, what the Heat were, because the Heat weren't a bad team. They drilled through the Nets. They drilled through the Celtics.
they didn't drill through us. It was a Tatum ankle injury. We would have beat them.
I don't think playoff Danny was letting that happen.
No, I'm sorry. We would have dogged out the TD Garden.
I don't think Caleb Martin was letting that happen.
That's fine. Marcus Smart would have punched him. But I don't know, who did they beat in this playoff run to get here? They beat okay, now they got some good wins because they got the 2023 Suns with KD Book. I forgot who was their Western Conference Finals at? The Lakers, yes. Actually, no, I gotta put him MVP just for my Lakers hate watch. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, just for what he did to Bron and AD, I gotta put him there. We were just talking about this off camera too.
As long as we get him there, that's all I care about.
Yeah. Oh. These last two is here. This tier list was made for 2024. Jaylen Brown, 20 points per game. We'll round up to 21. 5 points for rebounds, 5 assists.
I think we can agree it's like a battle of mid between Timo Aura and Green Aura with Fly. And we can both agree that wasn't Jaylen Brown's Finals MVP.
Robbed my GOAT.
Yeah, I was hate watching that whole run anyway, so I'm fine with putting him there. I don't even need to explain it.
Then we got 2025 SGA. I'm not gonna hold you. If we really put in the context, Ja did kind of have him figured out a little bit. Broke his hip. MPJ got one arm. Should have put on some Andrew Tate. He could have healed it. Aaron Gordon had one working hamstring in a game 7. Y'all had a great series against the Wolves. Yes. And then in game 7, you go 8 of 27. Tyrese Halliburton tears his Achilles. And you're still competitive with TJ McConnell.
It's Timo Aura. It's definitely more Aura than, I guess so. But it's like Iggy had more Aura than Shea. Yeah, okay, we'll go.
No, we still got to put him in order, but you're right. Iggy stopped Braun.
He had a triple-double, bro. It was either throw up a contested shot or pass it to Matthew Dellavedova. What was he doing?
Yeah. Weird glitch. Every time we try to finish this recording up, my camera on my computer stops working, but we are going to share the screen. Ignore the messy. Hold on. As you see on the screen right now, the completed tier list. Rois, for the 3rd time, take us away.
So in Supermax Aura, we got LeBron, Dirk, Kobe, Steph, Giannis, and Kawhi. Some of the greatest rings in NBA history there. Also ending a lot of franchises' droughts, cities' droughts for championships. MVP Aura, we got LeBron again, KD's first ring, LeBron's first ring, LeBron again in 2020, and Kawhi. First rings there as well, and also a lot of narratives with those rings, put people in the conversations they weren't in beforehand. Sean Livingston Aura, I'll let you take away with that since you're a star boy in there.
Yeah, Sean Livingston, again, KD, love what you did for the franchise, forever one of my favorite players. We had you solo in Sean Livingston Aura, but then we really thought about the context of Nikola Jokic's ring, like he was going against Caleb Martin and Gabe Vincent after they compound V wore out after beating the Celtics. Neither of y'all really faced tough competition, and Jokic's performance individually is not that much above KD. You could argue KD's is actually better just because of what he was doing in the entirety of the playoffs. To put Jokic in MVP and leave Kawhi alone, so we got Jokic and Durant in the Sean Livingston Aura. The only reason Jokic is ahead because 2023 Heat are a better team than the 2018 Cavs. I think Royce talked about that earlier in this video. Timo Aura, I'm still critical of that OKC ring. Not the team is necessarily, but Ja hurt, no Gordon, MPJ with one arm. Wolves win is great, can't say anything about that. Tyrese Achilles tear, and you were still in a dogfight with Pascal Siakam, TJ McConnell, and friends. 8 of 27 in the game 7. Very easily could have been J-Dub Finals MVP if he didn't disappear in game 1 and game 3. Thunder doing great things. They're 19-1, but that particular Finals MVP, not better than any above him. Green Aura with Flies. Say the line, Royce. It was an argument of what?
Who's the Lord of the Flies?
Who was the Lord of the...
Who robbed the other one? We agreed that both of these rings were probably should have been given to someone else. Tatum probably should have won that. Steph Curry definitely should have won that. So we had an argument of who robbed who the more, and we said Iggy. Iggy robbed Steph more.
Saw Steph drop 37 on Dova. Dova hit a no-look in the finals with Mark Jackson saying, "Mama, there go that man." And they saw Braun drop 35, 8, and 8, and they said, "You know what? Yeah, that's Iggy ring." Finals MVP, excuse me, but this is the completed list. Let us know in the comments how y'all feeling. Let us know if you want more tier lists as well. I think this is going to be a fun thing we're going to add to the channel. Obviously, we have a lot of analysis and like hard-hitting hoops content, but I think also just doing fun stuff like this when, you know, there's not much to talk about when the Oklahoma City Thunder are giving belt to the entire league, and Kay Cunningham can't hit free throws. But, you know, just stuff like this to also remember the great past basketball experiences we've all shared before. Again, as always, if you enjoy the content, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we will see you all in the next one.